The following segment is sponsored by Creative Society.
Your air conditioning unit endured triple-digit temperatures over the summer, working tirelessly to keep your house cool. And now that summer's winding down, it's good to give your system a checkup. Sean McGraw's here for American Veteran to talk about that. Good morning.
Good morning. We all need a little love, right?
That's for sure. And the first part of this checkup we talk about has to do with the homeowner taking a listen. What are we listening for?
Anything that really sounds abnormal. And this sounds technical to folks, but I mean, most folks drive a car, right? So you know what your vehicle sounds like on a regular basis. And if you hear the brakes squeaking when you're just riding down the road, you know there's probably something you need to check. And they're there for a reason, right? So it's not, you pay attention to it when it's squeaking, not when it's grinding. So if we could pay attention to those small sounds, bring somebody out there that, you know, could get a little more invested into it and see what's going on, it could really save a lot of money in the future by not waiting for the major parts to fail.
There's not supposed to be a rattling noise, so keep an ear out for those. Next up, you always want people to replace their air filters regularly. How much can that reduce the strain on your system?
Airflow is just paramount key to everything on a system. So a clean system is one that's going to operate properly. Airflow is the biggest failure on systems, or the cause of the biggest failures on systems, more than anything else out there. So yes, making sure the air filter is clean, making sure the coils are clean, all that must be done all the time. If you hear that system roaring in your house, you hear that suction coming down on your filter every time it comes on, it needs to be cleaned out, it needs to be changed. And I always recommend just a basic pleated filter. Don't waste your money on the super high efficiency $30 filters from Lowe's or wherever you get them from. It's there to protect your system, not help you breathe better.
Absolutely. And then what about Freon? The proper Freon level can make a really big impact on your power bills, right?
There's this misconception that it's consuming refrigerant. That the AC system or the heat pump does not consume refrigerant. It utilizes it, it uses it to exchange heat throughout the system. But it's a sealed system. So if it's low, that means there's a leak. So first thing that I would point out to anybody is that just putting more refrigerant in the system isn't solving the problem. We need to fix the actual root cause of the problem, so we're not just throwing money away. Well, if you have a heat pump, that's going to really cost you, because then you don't have that refrigerant in your system to run the mechanical side of the heat pump, and you're relying solely on electric. And electric heat, I mean, if that's running nonstop all day, I can go outside and light a cigar on your panel. I mean, that wheel will be turning that fast. So trying to keep your energy bills down is a huge thing for me.
And overall, the big idea here is just the end of summer checkup. It's just a good thing to do. You say it's also a good time to get a furnace tune-up right about now, right?
Yeah, I mean, when we hit in those shoulder seasons, especially, everything can kind of intertwine in one where we can look at both sides of the system. So I always compare stuff to riding a vehicle. So if I maintain my vehicle all the time, I don't have to worry about what I'm going to do before I'm getting ready for a road trip. I already know it's prepped and ready to go. And that's kind of the idea with the tune-up, is we're not waiting for, we need the demand on it to give it attention. We're just taking care of it beforehand, fixing any small things that need to be taken care of, paying attention to it, and making sure that you're ready to smooth through, you know, go through the winter with no problems.
Yep, it's important to keep up the good maintenance, and you do post a lot of helpful video to YouTube for people that want to learn more about it. For everybody else who might not want to worry about anything themselves, they don't want to worry about the costly repairs and service calls, they don't have to, because your full battle rattle all in one plan. That's you installing the new system, maintaining it for 10 years, and then fixing things all for one low monthly payment. We really appreciate it. I hope anything else about that maintenance that needs to happen right about now.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of hit on it with all-in-one plan. Those are the customers that don't have to worry about it at all, because we're taking care of them for 10 years, twice a year. We schedule everything for them, and we're not charging them anything extra in the midst of it. Everything's taken care of, and they love that peace of mind.
Peace of mind is good for everybody. And they can contact you, American Veteran. The number is on screen, 435-0822, or visit AmericanVeteranAC.com. Sean McGraw, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Yep, thank you for having me.